Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to catch up on a few videos the next couple of days. I'm not going to be able to make as many during the week from the weather, the time change puts me home from work about dark, so it's tough to make a long one during the week. But anyway, so the Mora 511 was the October knife of the month. September's knife of the month was this dude, and this guy was pretty fun in the sense that I got to do some nerdy stuff. I got to look at some edges under magnification and really experiment with some stropping stuff that I'm going to go over too. And the reason being is because this guy is in Magnacut, and this is the Lulu from KNAFS, Mr. Ben. Before I get into this, put it away for a second. I had the privilege of finally meeting Ben last weekend. He said that he and I had been in the same room a handful of times and never got the chance to meet each other. And that's normally the case at Blade Show. If I don't start trying to find people as soon as I get there, I end up missing folks. Like, there was a couple people that I meant to go by and see and didn't even see their tables, and they had tables set up, and it was just, I don't know, it gets crazy. And then by about 4 or 5 hours in, I'm almost over all of the people, and it's just because of how busy it is. But Ben, super awesome dude. Apparently we think the way each other likes, which is cool. We talked a little bit about going over the Lulu and some thoughts and some final opinions and stuff that I had. Nothing crazy. It's just I just wanted to verify it is what I thought it was. So it was, and that's basically it. It was dead on the money. But so when you get the Lulu, now you can get a Magnacut that's got a black blade on it, which I think is pretty sweet. I really don't like the chrome shiny finish, but the Lulu comes with either this really nice preformed leather sheath or a Kydex sheath. And I like leather, but because I like running a pouch on the front of it, it didn't have a good way of putting my pouch on it, and I didn't want to butcher this sheath, so I just stuck it in a JRE. I think the E from JRE fits this. Again, it come from the Wet Dog Leather outlet deal. Good buys. Like I said, it's like 5 for $20 and $4 shipping. Anyway, I'll give you some measurements from this. I realize I didn't give any on the Mora. Overall length is coming in at approximately 6 3/4 inches long. It's going to give you 3 3/4 on the handle and about 3 on the blade. I believe that looks like 1/8 of an inch to me, but it may be like 4 millimeter or something like that. I'm not sure the 3 millimeter. I'm not sure the conversions on those, but pretty thick, dude. It was good jimping right there. Very comfortable handle, and that's going to be the first thing that I cover about this guy. Is I've said before, like, the knife needs to get sharp and be easily sharpened, but it needs to be comfortable. If it's something that you're going to be using a bunch, like, comfort's what's up. It'll make a huge difference. And Ben said that's what he wanted. He always found himself carving by the campfire, and that's a quote from him. And he wanted something that he could sit there and just carve with, and he nailed it. He did a really good job. I've also had this knife in the hands of some children, my children, and my wife, and they can all agree that the barrel style handle is just, it was a good call on this, very comfortable. You guys may not like it, you know, comforts is kind of a personal preference kind of thing, but he done a very good job in my opinion. The hardware, now I think personally that hardware on knives that you use all the time should be a slotted or a flathead, because I don't carry a Torx bit in my pocket, and lots of people don't carry Torx bits in their pocket, but some people do. Mr. Taylor Martin does. But I do have a flat blade on my multi-tool, and there's one on the end of my can opener for my Swiss Army knife. So I do have the ability to use a slotted screwdriver in the field. I like that. I think it was the Tannenboka Puko from Tops has brass slotted, and I think it was a good call. I like that. Very kind of common sense stuff. I like it. Anyway, Magnacut. So I did a big crazy dive into Magnacut, and I read and I looked and I listened to podcasts and just all kind of stuff. I realized there's a cult. Sorry guys, but it's like a cult for Magnacut, going both ways. People that hate it and people that love it. I think it's good steel. I'm not going to trip about it either way. I think it is exactly what they set out to do. Darren, I think it's Darren. Is Darren or Devin? Can't remember. The guy that made Magnacut, anyway. He wanted a knife steel that was well-rounded, giving the best of both worlds. So toughness and durability and corrosion resistance. So he made the C crucible powder metallurgy Magnacut. So it's a steel, a good steel that does exactly what he wanted it to do, specifically for knives, where lots of other stuff was like 52-100 is like inner races for bearings. 01 is different tool steels. This is specifically for making knives, and he accomplished just that. He made a great all-around, well-rounded knife steel. Getting into the steel, so if you followed me on Instagram, there's tons of information on this, but I couldn't get it to shave like I thought it should right off the bat. And I could get like intermittent little, like it'd shave an 1/8 of an inch, but then it wouldn't for 1/4 of an inch, another 1/8 of an inch it would shave. And I couldn't just get it a universal across the board shave. So I did tons of strop stuff. We went all through. I got strop specifically for it. This was the first one that I got to do it, and I got this little El Cheapo Beaver Craft strap, and I put it's like 12 or 1400 grit diamond compound on this guy, and specifically used it only on the Lulu. So I was just trying to get it to strap up like I thought that it should. And it's not that it wasn't sharp, it was plenty sharp, but it just wasn't as sharp as I wanted it to be uniformly across the edge of the tool. And I did tons and tons of stropping, trying to figure out what it was, and I couldn't get it. And this went on for a long time. I mean, thousands of passes on the strop. then I went from this to a kangaroo leather with diamond compound on it. It's from HCO Stripes, and it just went ham on that trying to get it, and I still couldn't get it like I wanted it. So after a couple weeks trying, I went ahead and hit it on the, I think I went straight to the ceramic. I don't think I actually hit it on the diamond. I think I just did it on a few passes on the ceramic. And it took it, after I hit it on there a couple times, I took it back to the strop and I got it where it would shave like I wanted it to. So it wasn't nothing with the steel, it was that the factory grind wasn't quite where I needed it to be to make it perform the way that I wanted it to. Like I said, it's not that it was damaged or nothing in a bad way about it. It just wasn't where I like to have my knives, or where I take my knives after I get them in. Got a little bit of work, like I said, on the hone, got it where I can strap her up and she's good and sharp. Corrosion resistance, like I don't really have a need for corrosion resistance where I'm at. I'm in the southeastern United States. It gets pretty wonky down here, swamps and stuff, but I don't submerge a lot of my tools in water. Stuff gets sweat on a lot, you know, and gets a little surface rust, but it's the part that really matters. I keep stropped, polished pretty good, so they stay good and sharp. Now, if I was a place maybe closer to the beach, or where I did do a lot of things in water and mud, Magnacut would be a good choice. One of many good choices. But like I said, I really don't need that much corrosion resistance. I like 1095 and 01 and even 80 CRB2. For me, it gets sharp. I'm more familiar with that material, so I'm able to get those things as sharp and maintain the edge that I like to have working with my tools. So again, it's not this. It's you know, if I used this Magnacut, you know, for a year, because I have easy over years in those other steels, I would know how to manipulate the steel better. So it's experience on my part. There is now a big Lulu. I think it's made by LT Wright Knives, which is pretty sweet. I'm gonna have to check one of those guys out. And it's basically a big one of these. It's just a little bit bigger. I think this is a perfect size. I like a smaller knife. This is a perfect working blade, I believe. The Scandi on it's like super stinky. I don't know if I can see it right here close, but Scandi is really it's going to be a superior grind for working wood. They all work a little different, but I think if we were comparing the way that grinds went, you only have to use something in Scandi to know, you know, that it carves good. But yeah, the Lulu, I was really excited to do this for Ben. I have never worked with navs before this. Like I said, I've tried to meet Ben a few times and just never could get around to doing it. But we made it happen at George Bushcraft. Look forward to working with him again in the future. Also, in this, if you guys have any sources for information on Magnacut, if you would like to drop them in the comments, that would be super handy for all of us, so we can go and educate ourselves on this material, just so we better know how this stuff works in the future. I'm sure I'll have more Magnacut knives on Knives of the Month eventually. So I'm sure I will learn in time, but I definitely gave this a opportunity to shine, and it done what it was supposed to do very well. Good job, Ben. Navs, you made a wonderful knife. But yeah, that's it. There's some videos up where I'm talking about the full process where I went through all of my stropping stuff. Like, it got pretty deep. It was crazy. But like I said, I was just trying to make it work, and I was trying to do it the way that I do other materials, and that wasn't necessarily what I needed to do. So, like I said, that was just a learning, shoot, I can't even talk. A way for me to learn. I don't know what I was trying to say, but yeah, Magnacut. What do you guys think? Drop us in the comments and let us know. Anyway, look, appreciate the support. I'm going to go back and make up time for a lot of these Knives of the Month that I didn't do on here. Keep an eye out. Again, appreciate the support. There's more information on this on my Instagram. It's at BushcraftCoso. BushcraftCoso.com for gizmos and gadgets. Like and subscribe. Share this with your people. If you guys want to tell me some Magnacut stuff, drop it in the comments. I read all of my comments. Try to anyway. It may take me a little while to get back to it. I do have a job and all that kind of good stuff, so I can't just sit here and look at comments, but I try to get back the best I can. KNAFS LULU. Later.